right, so the video that you all have been waiting for, man, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to take a look at the Phone Rebel Gen 4. And of course, a huge shout out to Phone Rebel for always looking out, sending me the latest and greatest cases. All right, now I'm going to tell you what, spoiler alert, this case has already been out the box. I took it out, put it on my phone, been using it for a day, switched the buttons out, and I absolutely love it. This is exactly as good as I thought it was going to be. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at it, and let's take a look at the actual back because Phone Rebel has a lot going on right here. All right, so it says metal buckle buttons provide tactile click, little tongue twister right there, anti-shock bumper lining, anti-shock lining, Magsafe compatible, ultra strong. We're gonna test that out. Lightweight, real aramid fiber weave, aggressive edge guards top and bottom, easy swipe borders in all directions, made with premium materials, and includes a screen protector. All right, yes, all of that when it comes to the case. All right, so let's get into it. Now, yeah, Phone Rebel did up their packaging, man. That means good things is going on at Phone Rebel. Y'all starting to upgrade, man. I can appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead and take it out of the case right here. And let's take it out right there. And one thing you already know about Phone Rebel cases is they are going to include a screen protector. All right, now this screen protector used to be a Flow Lab screen protector. Now, since Phone Rebel makes their own screen protectors, I'm pretty sure this is their own branded screen protector that's in here. All right, now we may get into this a little bit later on or install it later, but I already got a screen protector installed and you guys did not care. You didn't come here to hear about the screen protector, all right? Y'all came to hear about this bad boy right here, and that is going to be the Phone Rebel Gen 4, all right? Let me make sure I say Gen 4 and don't mistakenly say Gen 3 because it may happen. If so, excuse me, all right? So here it is, all right? So I'm going to tell you the noticeable improvements and differences that I have been able to tell right offhand when using it. All right, now, first things first, on the inside, we do lose that soft touch. All right, so we lose a little bit of that soft touch, but you still have this back it's not going to damage your phone, man. Not a lot of backs these days is going to damage your phone, but this has a very nice rubber feeling. Almost didn't really even catch that until now. Very nice rubber. So whether it's rubber, whether it's a soft material, trust me, you're going to be good when you're talking about protecting that back. So that's a nice rubberized feel that you get on the inside, all right? Number two, the second thing, this is probably the first thing that I noticed right offhand when using this case, that on the back of this, and I'm going to tell you what, I wasn't a fan of this at first, but on the back of this right here, it's very slick. This is very smooth. This, you can't even really feel the texture of the weave. Now on the Gen 3 version, you could feel the weave pattern and it left a lot more smudges. I don't know what kind of witchcraft that Phone Rebel did, but they say it's anti-smudge. You don't get as many smudges on the back, and guess what? It's the truth, all right? It's crazy how, and you guys know, on any aramid fiber case on the back, it's gonna smudge up like crazy. I don't know what they did. This thing right here does not smudge up. It gets a few up there, but nothing as bad as most of the aramid fiber cases out there. So good job, Phone Rebel, when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to the sides, these sides provide a little bit more grip. Now, it's not a lot of grip. It's not anything that's going to be night and day different, but it does have a noticeable improvement when we are talking about that grip because you are going to need it because the back is a little bit more slick and slippery, but I feel like the sides and the grip, the subtle grip that it provides, you're good to go now when you're talking about holding on to this phone. And the magnets, all right? The magnets, they say I think it's up to 25% stronger. You can tell the difference. These Phone Rebel magnets are legit, all right? So that's it. That's kind of all I got to say about it. Now, when it comes to like the cutting and the style, I feel like it is a lot smoother. I know these areas last year, some people said it was kind of sharp when it comes to the corners with digging in your hand. But in my opinion, everything feels smooth. There isn't anything uncomfortable feeling about this case right here. So let's go ahead and slap the weight. I'm not slapping the weight on. Let's see how much this thing's weighed because I don't never think these cases weigh that much. But 50 grams, all right? So I guess it is a little bit more on the weighted side, you know, compared to some of the competition out there. But guess what? I don't care how much it weighs, all right? This is legit. Now, before we get started, one thing that I do want to make clear, I know Phone Rebel teased about the copper buttons, all right? Now, I have the copper buttons over here. And if you anything like me, I'm not rocking my phone Rebel with the plain black buttons, all right? So we're gonna pop these out. So they do have the black buttons, but they don't include these. I think you have to buy the copper buttons separate, all right? So I think a lot of people kind of got that confused. You do gotta go out there and get the copper buttons separate, man. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pop these buttons out, all right? Because I am rocking the copper buttons. I legit popped the black ones in here just to show you guys for the unboxing. But these buttons are actually different when it comes to the copper and when it comes to the stock black ones, all right? So you see the copper is a little bit more stylish, man. They got a little bit more going on, and that's what I'm with, all right? That's what I'm fooling with. So let's just go ahead and pop these in. Very easy to pop these buttons in right here. No issues at all, all right? And this is what brings this case alive, man. These copper buttons on this Air Mid 5, absolute fire, man. So let's go ahead and get the space black, man, and this is kind of where it all Ooh, all of the magic comes together right here, man. Cases have no reason being this damn good. That's what I gotta say right here. And a lot of you people out there, let me go ahead and address y'all right now. So many people are like, oh, that's a knockoff mouse case. Oh, that's a knockoff Pataka case. Look, no knock to mouse or Pataka. They make amazing cases, but none of them takes the time to craft the case like Phone Rebel does. I don't care what you say. None of them have the refinements year after year that this Phone Rebel case is doing. In my opinion, Phone Rebel is in the market on its own. They're in the league on their own. So let's not call out knockout just because knockoffs because they got air mid fiber. Stop that right there. Quit that noise. All right. So let's go ahead and step through the case. And another change that you see right here is you get a little bit of Rebel branding and some of the standard Phone Rebel things. All right. You're going to get the reinforced corners there on the sides. You know what I mean? You're going to get the aggressive cuts on the edges. Those are all things that you already know about the Phone Rebel case, all right? So going over to that right side, it's going to be completely closed. Power buttons. You don't really get super tactile click, but they work just fine. Flipping over on the bottom, as you see, you get those accurate cutouts. And when it comes to that left side, volume up and down is spot on, just perfect, and getting to that mute toggle switch isn't an issue at all. And flipping over to that back. Now, one thing, the camera lip I feel like is very, very shallow, all right? Now, I know a lot of people like to see this camera lip up close. Very shallow, very, very shallow camera lip, but I already know when you drop these things, you'll be good to go, man. I can't wait to, hopefully everything Apple Pro Philip does a drop test of this case because the drop test just always wow me every time I see them, all right? So, but when you set it down, you're basically good to go, all right? Now, taking a look at that lay on the table protection. Now, as you can see how Phone Rebel cases get down, you're gonna have that extra raised edges on the corners, all right? So that's for sure gonna protect it when you were talking about dropping down on its face or anything like that. You are for sure going to be good. And it also sleeps down because it allows you to easily swipe, all right? It's cut to where you can easily swipe and do what you need to do in all directions. And I probably would like for it to be even a little bit more slimmer right here to really get those swipes in, but you can swipe just fine when it comes to this case, all right? So no issues there. Now, how does this case fit on the phone? And Phone Rebel always knocks it out of the park when we are talking about the fit. So coming up here at top, very, very snug, man. Barely any movement right here. Now, just like normal Phone Rebel cases, around the buttons, you're going to get a little bit of movement. Nothing crazy, but what will make the Phone Rebel case that much better is if you make that rigid right around those buttons to where nothing moves. But if you had to deal with any movement, I would like to deal with this Phone Rebel movement because it did the same thing with the Phone Rebel Gen 3 and never had an issue with these areas sagging or anything like that. But coming along to the bottom half, everything fits very, very snug. You're going to get a little droop down here at the bottom, but it is very sturdy material. This is a real thick material, and you really got to pull it, if you look at my finger, to get anything to move. So A1 fit when it comes to the Gen 4 Phone Rebel case. And when this is snapped on very confident, all right? No corners feel sorry. They don't pop in halfway, half out. You know, it's no sorry fit in corners and different things when it comes to this case. Everything feels absolutely perfect. And how does it feel in your hand? In my opinion, this feels Very good. I don't know what Phone Rebel does to get the ergonomics when you're talking about holding it in your hand. I'm not sure what type of what witchcraft they got going on. They got a lot of witchery going on up in there, man. I don't know what they got going on, but it always feels perfect in your hand. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like any corner of anything is digging in your fingers. Everything is very refined when it comes to this case. And just like I said, on that backside, you know, normally doing these case reviews, when I do them, if you know my channel, by now, this back will be completely smudged up. I have not wiped it off. And look what's going on. Don't know what Phone Rebel did with this back, man, but this smudge proof, they got it on point. So let's go ahead and bring Magsafe over here and let's test it out. Of course, it's going to work just fine with your Magsafe, and it's going to pick up this bass. You already knew what Phone Rebel was bringing it when they said those extra strong magnets, man. So, you know, it's going to pick it up, not super duper strong, but it definitely picks this up, no problem at all. You can pick this bass up, you can roll with it, and y'all know my motto, man. If you're new to the channel, if you can pick this big heavy block right here, you got some strong magnets, and that's exactly what Phone Rebel has when it comes to these, man. Very, very strong magnets. Bringing the accessories over here, let's go ahead and pop it on. If you come to the Magsafe wallet, you don't got to worry about any accessories accidentally sliding off without you putting a lot of force on it. Just reassuring you how strong those magnets are, and popping something like the Apple Magsafe battery pack up there. That's going to be a very strong fit. All right, once it finds it, it pops up there, and you can kind of see how it just pops it on, just kind of auto aligns and pops right there into place, man. So do I even got to do the should you buy category when it comes to this case? Y'all already know the answer, man. That's an absolute yes, man. Go out there and get this thing. The thing I love about Phone Rebel is they deliver each and every year, refining the case each and every year, and still maintaining that very nice price point of being around that 40. I think this case is 44 bucks, and you would get a high quality screen protector included. Phone Rebel, keep doing your thing, man. You really are making it hard for me to do my top case videos, because this one right here, I mean, it simply takes the cake. And honestly, I'm just going to be 100% transparent. This is the case that's probably going to be on my iPhone for a while.